Today's project is this old refectory style oak dining table. The term refectory is a modern description of a wooden dining table first used by monks from the 14th century. Originally made from walnut, with oak becoming a little more common by the 16th century. In the UK, these common tables are becoming increasingly hard to sell or even give away. I picked this one up for free and plan on giving it a cost-effective makeover to see if I can breathe a little more life into it. It is structurally sound, has some funky details, and in my opinion, plenty of potential. Now, full disclosure here folks, this is your warning. I'm not going to paint this entire thing, but paint will be used for approximately 18% of this makeover. I repeat, paint will be used for approximately 18% of this makeover. With that out of the way, and for those of you still with me, let's give this piece a good clean before I dismantle it. So, these two legs will be getting painted. They are taking one for the team. Why? Well, I feel as though the clever detail with the pegs holding this table together is totally lost. The whole table is just a sea of dark brown. So yeah, I'm going to go with my gut on this one and paint the legs. I start with a 150 grit scuff sand. This gives me a chance to smooth away any bumps, and it also gives the paint a better surface to adhere to. After using mineral spirits to clean off the dust, I take to it with some primer. I apply primer with a brush and then I smooth it out with a paint roller. Some people choose not to use primer when they're painting. I always insist on using it as I find that it helps achieve a more even finish. I'm using a black paint for this one, so I will have to do 2 or 3 coats to ensure that the primer doesn't shine through. I've chosen black because my wife often rotates our dining room tables out whenever I work on a new one. It's like out with the old and with the new, and black is a part of our colour scheme in our house. She's not sold on this one yet, but she always gets first choice. Speaking of my wife, I'm going to use that as the perfect segue. With that said, today's video is a paid partnership with BetterHelp. Maintaining a healthy relationship can be hard, but throw an international family into the mix and the challenges can be extremely testing on your relationship. Just over a year ago, my wife and I decided to move from my home country, New Zealand, to my wife's home country, the UK. Soon after we made that decision, I began to feel extremely overwhelmed and I was creating some very bizarre and unrealistic scenarios in my head, such as losing my son if I didn't get a visa extension, not being able to rebuild my life after what I've built in New Zealand. Basically, I just felt like I was losing myself. This started to have quite a negative effect on my day-to-day life, including the relationship with my wife. And I thought, I can't really move away like this isn't going to work, so I decided to start therapy. BetterHelp connected me with a therapist that helped and encouraged me to unpack my thoughts and explore past experiences that made my feelings valid but not necessarily a reality. I learned techniques that helped me mentally prepare for the move, and I also got a better understanding of what I needed to focus on to set myself up for success and continue to be a supportive partner and dad in the process. BetterHelp has to be one of the easiest ways to speak to a therapist. You can do it on your phone or your computer via video chat, messaging or phone call, however you feel most comfortable, and they usually match you with a therapist within 48 hours so you can get started fast. Let BetterHelp connect you with a therapist and support you all from the comfort of your own home. Visit betterhelp.com/flipitnation or select flipitnation on sign up and enjoy a special discount. While the primer dries, I am going to get started on stripping the rest of the base. I use my carbide scraper followed by 150 and 240 grit sandpaper. The primer dried pretty quickly in the sun, so I'm now giving it a quick sand with 150 grit to smooth out any bumps before using coal black from Fusion Mineral Paint. This has a built-in top coat and a highly durable and washable finish. Again, on with the brush and smoothed out with a paint roller. Now for the tabletop. It's had plenty of use, but a strip, fresh stain and oil should see it right. I use a scraper to see how thick this finish is. It's actually not too bad and I quite like the colour of the oak. I decide to scrape the top, and I often get asked why I prefer to scrape rather than use paint stripper or varnish stripper. I find stripper very messy, it stinks, it can be expensive, and I also think quite often it can take longer. So I'm going to time this tabletop and see how long it takes me to scrape it. Less than 45 minutes. I took my time and I let the scraper do all the work. I would have had to let the stripper sit for 45 minutes alone, so I think scraping was a good choice this time. It's actually looking pretty good, but I'm going to go over it with 240 grit to smooth out some of the imperfections. I now use some water to raise the grain, and at the same time I can get a good idea of what the oak would look like once I've oiled it. You can see it is very orange, and that is not my vibe at all, so I'll need to rectify that with some stain. You can also see that these base pieces are not the same kind of wood. I'm actually very unsure of what this is, so if you happen to know, please let me know in the comments. I'll have to work a little bit harder with the stain to colour match everything. A quick sand and I start to get creative with the stain. I start with natural oak and add a little dark oak until I'm happy. I don't want it to be orange, I don't want it to be dark, I don't want much, do I? Wish me luck. I'm very happy. For the mystery wood, I add a little more dark oak and end up doing around 2 coats, and that seems to balance it out. And now for the liquid gold, maybe my new favourite oil. Food safe, child safe, fast drying, high quality natural finish. Perfect for a dining table. I'm not affiliated with these guys at all, but do yourselves a favour, push the tin of baked beans aside and make room for a tin of this stuff. It is awesome. I'll leave a link in the description. I apply it with a brush and then I take off the excess with a cloth. look at that shine. I'll take this moment to thank you very much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. If you'd like to support my channel, a like, a comment, and if you haven't subscribed yet, it all goes a really long way. And if you fancy shouting me a coffee or a beer, there is a link in the description. Thank you very much. I will leave all of this to dry overnight. It is bright and early and this is looking pretty good. I'll spill a little water on it just to see how it reacts. It looks like it is nice and watertight, so it'll definitely handle a few spills, but I am going to apply a second coat just so it's extra hard wearing. I go over it lightly with 400 grit before applying another coat of the hard wax oil. For transparency, I spent $126 buying everything I needed for this makeover, but it's important to note that I only needed a small amount of everything, so this piece was actually more in the realm of $35. You could easily do 5 tables with everything I got, which makes this a cheap table, or perhaps a profitable flip. It is now time to put this table together, but my apprentice has other ideas. And now he's drinking on the job. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, take it easy.